Hi everyone. Well, the sun's back, and after a couple of days of really cold windy weather, in fact the wind was quite cold this morning. Hello Flynn, hello Kira. They're licking my face because I'm dripping with sweat, so I've just come out the tunnel. So everything's coming up nicely, and I bought a few new things today. I've been and got some manure and some compost, and couldn't resist reduced plants, could I? So I'll show you what I've been doing and what's coming up and how things are getting on. Start with the sweet peas. You can see they've just started. I think there's another one over there coming up, but this greenhouse that they're in's got the zips a bit gone and there's a hole in the roof, so it's not getting as hot as the tunnel. So even though these were in a long time ago, they've only just come up. Come down here, and my hosta's doing well, and the other one has come up. The third one I don't think has come up. I've got two calla lilies, but the only trouble is when you buy dry bulbs, sometimes they don't come up, so it might just be a little bit early for them. So I'm hoping they're going to come up, but I think I might have only got 2 out of the 3 hostas. Right. This is buddleia, but it's little. It only has little tiny flowers on it, and it's designed to go in a planter and hang over the edge. I had it last year. Well, I've decided to put some of these little pansies. There were some right little tiny ones, but I went for this one, and they were all reduced to 50p for a tray of, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plants for 50p, and they're looking really nice. So I've put some manure in here because this is been stood from last year. So if I put chicken pellets in, the dogs get up and eat it out, but they've not jumped up yet and had a go at the manure. This is the other side. So I've got, I can't get to turn around, bluey one, purple one, orange one, and another blue one, and a red one there. So that's going to look pretty. One is still not very straight, but there was my grandchildren's sandpit, which is now gone down to well, I've got 3 grandchildren, and anyway, it's gone down to one of them's houses, and this wood, I use it for training the dogs for things, for agility. But here was my table and chairs, the sandpit, the spare chairs, and different things. So I've been having a clear out, and now I've got to sweep the leaves up. So that's another job. And the dog, I've filled the watering can up. Look, just look at this. Fill the watering can up, and they're drinking my water that I'm going to water my plants. You're silly. So there, my table and chairs are out. I've just got to move the tarpaulin that's been covering them up all winter and put it in the shed. The ladder's there because I'll show you the trees. That is what we couldn't get in the van from cutting the trees down the first time. The second lot of cutting is over there. And if you new to my channel and not don't know what's going on, have a look back on one of my other videos at the trees. We can actually see the neighbours washing now. This is going to be a bit embarrassing. The trees are nearly gone, and now I can see the neighbour. I can see the conservatory, which I didn't even know existed, but now I can see her washing. So we're going to have some trellis up there. But anyway, the tree is nearly down. My husband found a blackbird's nest with eggs in, but it must have left before on the last chopping down because there was cold, so he was a bit upset. But we didn't know they was in there. They reckoned to go in the ivy, so I was quite surprised. It's normally the pigeons that normally go in this conifer can, but Flynn is guarding it. You guarding the watering can? Can I have it back? You can't drink it all. No, I want it back. Thank you. Right, let's go over here. My bleeding heart's looking lovely. I've just bought a new one. £1 in the sale. Rhubarb's doing brilliantly, and there's still a few flowers just coming up in that tub, but the rest of it's dying off. I don't know what that is. What's that one? Oh, that looks pretty. I might just break that top off of that one. What size is that? I've just heard a little tweet, and this morning the dogs found a baby bird, and when I went and moved that, I heard a tweet, so I was wondering if that baby bird's hiding down there. Let me go and have a look. All my plants are coming up, so spring's definitely in good flow now. To water this is me lily of the valley, and I've been splitting it. I know you're supposed to split it in the winter, but I decided I was trying to get it out and into this corner, but I didn't realise how big the root system was, so I've split bits off the sides, put it back in this pot, so and I haven't watered it, and I'll show you where I've been putting it. See, all the way around here I've put each bit I broke off, but I'm hoping it's going to survive, and it's going to fill all that soil up, because it just grows weeds in that corner. When we took the slabs up to put this fence in, we broke that one, and we had to leave a bit of a gap between them slabs, the other side and this side, because they was too short, and we had got a broken bit of a slab there. It's recycling stuff, so we didn't have to buy anything. So I'm hoping that this will fill this area, because it spreads really well, and it'll stop all the weeds. The dahlias are doing well, coming up. Even the one that I said wasn't coming up, hold on, you can't see it, but there is one little shoot, but that one's always late. So they're doing well. My mint's doing all right after I found it and thought it was all dried out, but it's coming back. Tunnel. Strawberries are doing okay. They're not supposed to be staying in that trough. I've got ideas for that trough. They go into them, but I'm not having them standing 5 high like I did once. I'm just going to do them in 2s, or that one might have to go in 3s, because I've got a set of 3s. So my hanging baskets are doing all right. I'm running out of room, so this is why everything's on the floor. And these dahlias haven't started yet, but these were the ones that were dried completely out in the shed, and they sometimes take a while when they've completely been dried out. Let's have a see over here. I've just took my cover off my beetroot. Beetroot's up, peas are up, there's some more over that side. Hanging baskets, I said, is looking good. Got 3 of them to go out, but I'm just waiting for the frost to go. We get frost into halfway into May, so they're staying in here until then. So come over this side. Peas, magnolia, no, not magnolia, what am I talking about? Marigolds. I got the M right, didn't I? And sunflowers, but not ever so tall sunflowers. And underneath here we have courgettes, pumpkins, beans, and at the back, I think, let me go and have a look. There's nothing coming up to show you, but they are another type of marigold, but a more hardy marigold. So they see them come up every year in this country. They're not the ones from like France or hotter countries. They're more like an English marigold. Underneath here is the giant sunflowers. They've not even started coming up yet because I've not long put them in, and I've only just put a load of nasturtiums in. Down here we have 2 lots of red onions and 2 lots of white onions, and they're spring onions. My fig tree seems to be doing all right. I've not thought where I'm going to put it yet. And let me just turn round. I've got carrots in the root trainers, and I have in all these pots, I have a bleeding heart, I have 3 lilies of the valley, and oh yes, right, I've thrown the packet away and just saved the picture. Now this, I've already got one of these. I got it from the Chatsworth garden show, and I think it's a red one I've already got, but I spotted it and I can never remember its name, and I've just gone and thrown the boxes away. But there's a label on my other one. Right, and them 3 are like a daisy, but they come up every year because they've got like a root, bit of root, like the lilies of the valley type of thing. So that's them. Got them all on offer, and then I've got some more bulbs over here. So we have, turn it round. I can't see without my glasses on. Hold on. Anemone or something like that. But anyway, they're nice. Freesias and whatever that is. Yeah, these big Queen Fabiola. But anyway, loads of bulbs for me to go and find a place to put in. I've got beetroot and carrots here, with some fleece holding it down to try and keep the ground warm. I'm ready for my peas and my beans. I've got to straighten this up again because I've knocked it trying to get at me grapes, which I will show you in a minute, but I've just spotted something. Let me come over here. This plastic needs to come off now. I've just spotted that my carrots, well, they are the carrots or my parsnips, not parsnips. What am I? My head's not working properly. Spinach is up. It's either spinach or chard. I can't remember which end I put spinach. I think it's this end. Hope you can see through this netting. There's 2 rows of something. I did remember what I did think I would remember when I run out of labels, but you know, you never do you? I know I ended up with spinach, and they're like canes. So these 2 rows that's come up will probably be a lettuce. Then there should be lettuce all the way down here. It's all different varieties, so I should imagine they'll all come up at different rates. Can't see really anything else, but they're definitely up. Look at them. To view, look at, I always forget that I'm going to put this cover on, and I always put my seeds too far to this edge because this cover sits just in, not on right on the edge, because it wasn't made for this bed. I brought it back from the allotment. I had loads, but I only brought 1. I gave the others away to somebody that I was quite friendly with on the allotment. So the reason the lily of the valley have not gone straight in and gone in pots is because they're for this area along here. But at the minute, like I've just shown you earlier, through here, this lot is going to be all dragged out on our numerous trips to the tip. So it's no good me putting them in and then people just walking over them, because my husband don't watch where he's putting his feet. My tree lilies are doing well. Look at that. Really good. My gladiolus are coming up in the other bed. I can't really get across there at the minute to show you because I've got to climb over conifers, but I can see them from here. Everywhere's a bit of a mess. Let me just swing you around. You're not able to see. You're supposed to see my Lady Di clematis, but you won't be able to see the little spikes coming up. But they're coming up. I've got all this to sort out because it was over there, and some of it is going to the tip anyway. So we'll get straight one day. So I'll go inside and show you my seeds. I had to take some in because I didn't think they'd come up in the tunnel because we had some really cold 2 or 3 days, well, perhaps a week's worth of really cold weather. So I brought them in and put them on the windowsill inside, and it's worked quite well. And they've come up, so I'll show you them. So they're my Unwin's dwarf hybrids. They look lovely. And coming across is my dahlias, sorry, I didn't say dahlias at the end of that. Coming across is the dahlias that my friend Joe bought me for Christmas from the Dahlia Association. So there's only a few of those come up to yet. We have squashes and cucumbers, nothing happening. We have peppers, nothing happening. And just let me move across. We have tomatoes. Now I put a few seeds from 6 different packets, and one packet's not come up, but the others have. So we've got a variety of Italian, Tigerella, there's a large one, and Moneymaker. So we'll have to find out which one it is that haven't come up because I didn't label each individual compartment. But it doesn't matter, they're all tomatoes and we'll get a surprise.